No, Lee, just sit here. We're gonna blur your face out. It's a podcast. It's fucking freeform.
We just start talking.
This is the podcast.
Like what you guys? This is a podcast. Hey, start rolling. You are. What you guys were talking about on the couch is that's what the first thing.
Everything is content. That's rule number one. Everything. People dying.
I'll just pop in later. I'll be later.
Bro, you're not gonna pop in later.
Yeah.
You get
just this one.
No. You need to just sit here and
sit there. Okay? Tell us why you won't be on a podcast.
I've never even done an interview.
Dude, it's not an interview. It's just us talking.
I never spoke. I'm gonna continue to never
He doesn't speak.
What do you mean?
You don't even have to say anything. It's way funnier if you just sit there.
Or me speaking online.
That's cap. I've seen Lance interviewed you that one time. That's why I said. Yeah, there's multiple interviews of you. I know because I tried to find them the other day.
Yeah, we actually have dinner plans.
Dinner plans?
Yeah.
Well, where are you going?
We have to make it to Malibu.
You going to medieval times.
You're going to medieval times.
You're embarrassed to say you're going to medieval times.
You're going to Buena Park. Medieval times.
Yeah.
Jason, we fixed the fan and turned it on. I can't. The remote's in the couch somewhere. I don't want to do
You're going
it.
to the Panda Express in Rosemead because you have OCD.
So you guys are going to, where are you going in Malibu? You're going to the Real Inn?
She's lying.
He's lying.
He's lying. She's telling
The
the
crazy
truth.
thing about Lee right now is he doesn't even know he's podcasting right now.
You're like, this is what it is.
You're literally podcasting.
Like, you think I'm going to be like, all right, it's go time. All right, Lee, how did you start Babylon?
Yo,
Hella
think
stuff.
about his promotion for the shop.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Promo.
Shop's promo on itself.
Okay.
All right. And we're done.
And hey,
That was the show. It's quick. So last night, somebody... Maybe I shouldn't talk about it.
talk about it.
Somebody got in a fight.
Oh, you can't talk about that on camera? What the kind of podcast is this? No one died.
No one died. Well,
Everyone was 21.
people, it was a mess. Let's just say that.
I saw, we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
I saw a video of people fighting.
People were fighting.
I saw a video of people fighting at your event.
Well, it has no bearing on the event itself. These are people on the periphery of the event, and these are the riffraff we don't let inside our
Riffraff
glorious
was there?
venue. Yeah.
It was Sponto and Riffraff were fighting last night?
Sponto
That's what I
riffraff were
thought.
beefy.
Fuck.
Yeah, they got into a sunglass argument, and it was fucking ugly.
It's about time they squash it.
Right? But that's a matchup for the ages, if you ask me, because they're both kind of beefy.
What happened to Riffraff?
Nothing. He's still pushing his line like real hard.
Yeah. I think him and Lee been kicking it, you know.
Lee of Babylon and Trash Talk fame?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me also.
Everyone's met Riffraff.
You should come defend yourself, Lee. There's only one way.
Yeah. I met Riffraff when I was like 15.
You did?
He was cool as shit. He was really skinny. You know what I mean?
Listen, my first exposure to Riffraff was he came on MTV. Think about this. He had an MTV tattoo. He had a BET tattoo. And when he came out, I was like, this dude's crazy.
Yeah.
People weren't blasting themselves like that with just lunacy, right? Because now you just tattoo whatever the fuck. You find like a logo on a bottle and you just tattoo it on the side of your face. Like it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So he was early on that. And I didn't understand his whole get down that it's like, it is all tongue in cheek. I thought he was just like a straight up, like, grew up in the place where he shouldn't have grown up. Grew up in a way he probably most white people don't. And he just was like molded, which is probably true.
Oh, wait, are you saying that Riffraff is an act?
No, it's not an act, but he's very aware of who he is.
Oh, definitely. He's like, it's like Nardwar. It's like Nardwar. It's like, you know,
right.
Who's the real guy?
Right.
The guy is the guy, you know what I mean?
But maybe Riffraff is a Shakespearean trained actor from like, you know, East London. Who knows?
Off top. So let's tell the people what happened last night.
Okay, what happened last night?
We had the club jumping.
The club was jumping.
The Born and Raised party.
You guys left early.
I left at 12:30, not really early, but you know,
it's earlier than I left, and I'm an early leaver. So
well, I've been having a 3 drink a night maximum for the past 7 days.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, just cause.
You just slowing down?
Trying to be on my shit.
What are you trying to be on?
Trying to be not sleeping until 2.
Okay.
Trying to be not going to every function. Because
Right.
everything reopened and it got so buck. It's like every night there's someone telling me to do something.
Yeah. Come
like,
out.
Tonight I'm going to the Fools Gone Wild party at the Observatory in Santa Ana.
Sick.
Why am I doing that?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
You
but
have
it's going
to.
down.
You're being driven by the forces of nightlife.
Yeah,
right?
I'm about to go to Jersey tomorrow though
Oh, really?
to be with the fam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like
I'm from Philly, so my family goes to Jersey every summer for like a couple weeks.
Where is like a lake in Jersey?
Ocean,
Or something?
no, not like Ocean City. You ever seen Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
So that's like the Guido, North Jersey beaches. The South Jersey beaches are all like Philadelphia Italians. Like that's my family.
Really?
Yeah.
Italians.
Irish, Italian, Philadelphia people.
Oh, okay. What's that? What is your family like? What are those people up to?
I don't know. My grandpa's working insurance for a couple decades. He just retired.
Okay.
He has a golf membership. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's just like such an all-American job, working at an insurance company.
Yeah, exactly.
Slanging insurance to people.
Yeah.
You get a gold watch when you retire. But he probably worked at a time when you could like sell insurance and buy a house somewhere, and like you could buy a house now that would cost probably like 1.2 million. Like,
Wait, he's from that generation where it's like work your ass off and leave work at work and then come home and just talk about like anything but work, like sports and everything.
talk about sports.
Now it's the opposite. Nobody wants to work. Everybody has a fake job,
Right.
like us.
Right.
we have real jobs, but they were fake jobs for a long time.
I think your job is more fun.
I have one of the fakest jobs.
Right. You're having fun, right? The whole time. Speaking of, I just watched your the pickup artist.
Oh, that came
clip.
out?
Yeah.
Wow, your hair.
Wow.
You could say
Your hair.
You go, wow, interesting outfit. Ideally, we say cool, interesting. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Who knows? Maybe we'll run into each other again.
Look at a woman and go, I wonder what her insecurities are.
I was trying to take a nap and I went through Instagram. I went your story, swiped up, boom. And then there I am. I'm in Vegas. I'm watching these pickup artists. And how long were you in that hotel room with those dudes?
6 hours.
What'd that smell like?
It smelled pretty good.
I bet it did.
Because one of the core tenets of being a pickup artist is dousing yourself in cologne.
Right.
And just rocking. You've seen their outfits, right?
Yeah.
The one guy had body armor on.
That
with,
dude
like,
had a chest piece.
Bro.
It was like, was it real
He
metal?
had
or was it
Assassin's
plastic?
Creed armor on with the tapestry pants and the cowboy boots and the Assassin's Creed hat with the emblem of a Texas Longhorn on it.
But
He thought he was so sexy. It was fire.
But it was like pickup artists for babies because they're like, we do makeouts. Like their whole thing was like the pickup game used to be like about fucking women and like doing. Now it's just like we just make out with everybody. Right?
Well, it's like a social exercise thing for those guys.
It's a social exercise.
So a makeout is like the peak of what you can do in public.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like if you can get like 100 makeouts a night, it's not about getting laid. It's just
Right.
about making out.
It's just about making out.
Because you can count them. You can get hundreds of makeouts a night.
They just edge. Like they don't actually ever consummate. Right.
Well,
They're
there's
just
certain
like,
cities where makeouts are everywhere. Vegas, Miami. Is there any more?
Is
New
that
Orleans.
Is that so? Because you travel.
Yeah.
So there's cities that are heavier on the makeout side.
Well, there's cities that people go to just to get fucked up. Like there's party tourist cities. There's only 3 of them in my mind, right?
Okay.
Miami, South Beach, New Orleans, Bourbon Street, Vegas, Strip, and Fremont. I can't think of any other cities where people actually go with the express purpose of just getting wasted. And
That's like the
having
amateur. This is like amateur hour shit. Like this is where fucking mid.
well, that's where everybody go. Can you think of any cities where people go just to get fucked up?
Damn, you're right.
It's only 3.
You're right. And that's it. And they just fucking walk around with, and they can probably drink outside in all those cities.
Yeah,
too,
I mean,
right?
LA is up there, but people also shop.
Yeah.
You're not going to shop in Vegas.
Right.
I mean, you could, but
You could,
you'd
yeah.
be burnt as fuck.
Them people with the fucking those long goblets, those like 6-foot goblets
Yeah.
they put in the holster. But that's like Midwestern culture, right? I mean, that's all that is.
Vegas is like a dream for those people.
Yeah.
Vegas, low-key, it sucks by the end every time. Like after 3 days, like that wears off.
I hate
It's
it the
like-
minute I go there. Like the minute I cross it, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
And after about an hour, I'm like, what the fuck? Like I used to have to go there for trade shows when I was a kid. And it was hell. It was
Reno
hellish.
shits on Vegas.
I never really been through Reno.
It's amazing.
Really? Why? Is it
Yeah.
like a shitty version of Vegas?
No, it's like its own thing.
Oh, really?
It's like way cuttier.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
It's the best descriptor I have in my mind.
Super cutty
Yeah,
Vegas.
super cutty, bro.
So you guys came to the spot, did some laps, you cruise around,
Dapped up, just dapped fools up
just dapping fools up.
all night.
Good mixture of people.
Shit, I got 100 dap ups last night.
100 daps,
No
yeah.
makeouts, but a lot of daps.
That's like the dude version of being a pickup artist. You're like the dap up artist.
That's the LA version.
right. Just
That's
getting
the
dapped
streetwear
up.
version.
I'm gonna hit you next week.
I'm at the Undefeated store.
Yeah. Dap up, keep it moving.
Off top.
Yeah. And how did you guys navigate with the door situation? Were you
Oh,
stuck in that whole mess for
Big
a minute?
Sponto was like
Reached out.
parted the sea for us.
Right.
But dude, I fuck with clubbing, but the intensity of the bouncer situation
Yeah.
in packed events is
Yeah.
like terrifying.
I was thinking about this morning too, and it's like if you think about the scene of, because if you go through the front, you can use a wristband or pay
Yeah.
and just go in. In the back is where people who know people have to go, but it's so much harder to get in the back.
Yeah.
And if you think about that whole section of people, it's basically like a microcosm of just pure anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I'm going out there to find people that I know can't get in and to get them in. And I'm arguing with security and they're telling me about fire. And then I'm getting anxious when I'm just like, and they're anxious about coming in. Everyone's just freaking out about going inside. Yeah. When it's like, for me, I'll just go home. Like I have about like 10 minutes.
Also, just like bouncers just suck, dude.
Bouncers suck, yeah.
And the more power they have, the worse the night's gonna be.
Yeah, like the main, our two guys were cool. The door guys were cool. Shout out to Julius for always running our door. Yeah. And Tony Bones. I mean, they're great, right? But the guys, the house dudes were tripping. And then at one point we just were like, just hop over the fucking, like we were just like, I would like talk to security and tell my friends just to hop over because like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm just not used to it too. So I found myself like getting kind of hot for no reason. Yeah. You know, just like, my fool's being like, who do you know here? I'm like, really? Yeah, I'm at a frat house right now, but I understand why it's necessary. When you have such a large volume of people, you need like tough ass bouncers. Yeah, but then it's like, fuck, dude.
Well, because sometimes they do stampede doors, like at Sadie Hawkins last year. Yeah. It was like I remember I'm like trying to get, I'm going to the door and getting people in, and like there's just waves of people. And they just rushed the door, and I literally was like, I was like, what are you doing? Like I was trying to talk to them, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, what are you people doing? Who gives a shit? Like, it's great, let's go to the party, but like, it's not worth like trampling people. Like for what? There's not gold inside.
And you guys throw huge ass events, but like every club looks better from the outside. Right. You're like, you see the line, it's gonna be amazing in there, man. You get in, and you're like, oh, fucking, what was that for? But,
right. Well, no, but except for our clubs, which are amazing once you do get inside.
No, I'm just saying that the logic of a club. Yeah, like it's always like anticipation.
It's all about the door and getting into the door, and then you're like, well, now what do I do? Well, let's shove some coke in my mouth.
What were we talking about the other day? Like, oh yeah, I was talking to Sponto about this. I think he was like, these streetwear kids were talking about how epic the line was on Melrose or something. They were like, oh man, you should have been at this Supreme drop. Like the line was fucking fat. Like it was an epic line. Like we had the block jumping. I was like, you were like behind 1,000 people on Fairfax. Like that sucks, dude. But then again, the line's kind of a scene from what
the line's a scene. I remember being blown away at the first time I seen kids camp out for some shit.
What was the first time you saw that?
For one of my things, we did a drop. Not the first time I saw it ever, but first time I saw it for my thing. And this kid pulled up and he's like, pops open a chair. He pops up like a little stove. I'm like, what are you doing? It was the night before. I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm camping. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm getting in line now. I was boggled, but like, this is like camping for them. This is like it's like a fucking, it's like an event. It's like a hobby. It's beyond a hobby. It's like a sport for these kids, right? Yeah. And then they have a micro. You guys know they have a micro community of buying the shit, slanging it online, circulating through people. So now they've made themselves a part of the business, which is crazy. Like they've basically found a way to insinuate themselves into your company by taking your shit and reselling it somewhere. Like now they've middleman themselves. You know what I mean?
So is there a born and raised reseller that you like know to be number one?
No, I don't really follow that shit. I don't think it's like we have resale shit, but it's not like rabid. Like certain things are like they get resold, you know?
Back in my day, it was Air Jordans.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
That's still, back in
when I was in high school, though, the only times I ever saw lines were like outside of Nike Town in downtown Seattle for like the Jordan releases.
And those are normal ass Jordans, right?
I used to sell Jordans online.
Right.
Never talked about this online or on a podcast, but I used to be a Jordan reseller.
You were a Jordan dealer.
Yeah, on Facebook. Seattle Buying and Selling.
See?
Yeah. I made like probably $50 a month.
Fuck.
Because I would just sell and buy and get jugged when I was buying because I was so excited.
He's doing it for the rush.
Hella fake foam posits under my bed. You know what I mean?
You're in it for the action.
4 pairs of fake foam posit Galaxies. I was getting jugged at the South Center Mall in Seattle.
Damn.
By random kids. But I mean, I learned that I'm not really like cut out for the whole shoe game.
You weren't cut out for that game.
I mean, shoes are my favorite, item in the world.
Right.
But I can't really resell them.
Shoes are the best, right? And I'm not necessarily talking about sneakers, but I feel like shoes.
Just shoes.
I feel like shoes are really. I mean, if this is news to anybody, if you could get a good pair of shoes, the rest of your outfit's fucking. It's all academic after that.
What happened to Maddie today?
Oh, Maddie is basically doesn't care about the show. And I think he's actually figuring out. He's having a seminar about how to put more sesame seeds on a burger bun somewhere in Canada, and he said, I don't want to do the show. So I was like, well, that's great. I have better people to talk to than you because Maddie's incapable of holding a conversation. So, that's what happened to Maddie. There's no malice in my heart. I just want to be honest about the facts.
Sounds like you're kind of mad at him.
I love the guy. It's just funny because I once in a while I'll listen to one of the shows like when I'm trying to sleep, and I'll hear us having a conversation, and he's literally like, we're having a conversation, we're going back and forth, and Maddie's like, he's talking and he's like 10% listening until he hears something that has to do with him or something that he can inject himself into. It's not a conversation. It's like a crowbar from Maddie to Maddie himself. You know what I mean? That's his art. That's why he's the big dog. That's how he does what he does.
Do you think you guys are going to be together forever?
No. This show is going to probably tank in the next 4 months, I'm guessing.
Damn.
I don't see it going much further.
I fucking did Maddie and Benny's show recently.
Oh, yeah. Eat Out America?
Yeah.
It
was called Italian American Gladiators.
Oh, yeah.
They were like in giant inflatable like balls with spaghetti in the inside.
Yeah.
And they had this Vegas, like Rocky impersonator named Vegas Rocky who like took the Greyhound like into fucking
He's telling me
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And this fool Vegas Rocky dapped me up and he's like, you got any booger sugar?
No.
And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I took the Greyhound. Like, I didn't sleep. Like, do you have any Coke?
Right out the gate.
Out the gate. He was sick as fuck.
That's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to Vegas Rocky.
He sounds like he's 54. Am I wrong? He sounds like a grizzled old fucking...
Mid-50s for sure.
Yeah. Do you got any booger sugar?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's just a gross way to say Coke, too.
It is. Yeah, you could be a little more, smooth about it. So, how are we doing? Is that an hour? Andrew, you live in LA. The last time you were here, you weren't officially you didn't put your roots down yet, right? You were kind of here, not really.
Well, I kind of had to move here to edit the Tim and Eric movie.
What? What do you mean? I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah, I've been working on a movie for like 8 months. It's going to be announced within the coming weeks.
Okay.
But like I had to move here to be close to their office in Glendale because you can't edit from an RV.
Wait, is it
Shit
your
will
movie?
fall off the dinette.
It's your movie through their company?
It's a movie I'm directing.
Right.
And Absolutely is like the main production company.
Right, but it's more of like the road stuff, right? Or is
It's like I directed and edited all of it. Basically.
Got you.
But with the help of them. So but now I fuck with LA. Thanks to you and many other people who like showed me love. No, you guys just showed me love when I first moved here.
Oh yeah.
So like I did that Dodgers shoot 5 days after I moved here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that shit was awesome. So thanks, bro.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because now it's
funny.
like it feels like home to me.
Yeah.
But it took a while.
Well, you got integrated really quickly. Like you
For sure,
you got the fast pass on like getting to know who's who.
And being from Seattle, that's so crazy because fools in Seattle just hate each other. It's like not.
I
really,
mean, there's a lot of hate here too.
Kind of, but it's not like it is there. Like maybe if you're from here, like it's worse. But for me, coming from out of town, there was no hate.
Right.
But where I'm from, it's like a lot of like they call it the Seattle freeze, the general term to describe how nobody wants to help each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that thing. I mean, I think, but you got to also like, you got to take into account, like you're a guy coming in with like some cachet, you're doing some shit that people like. It's a different vibe than if like you're just some dude stumbling in town. Trust me, it'll be a lot harder on you.
Well, I feel like LA is a great place to come if you have shit going. Mm-hmm. But it's a bad place to go if you want to get shit going.
Yeah.
Because like then you're just, oh dude, it makes me like sad as fuck when I see like hyper networker fools around.
Oh dude.
Like not to sound like a dick, but like with less than like 2,000 followers. No, but like, you know what I mean? Who are talking about famous people.
Right.
That's just disturbing. I mean, I knew that was a thing. Like when you see someone like dap you up and they're like, get me on the gram, bro. And like, okay. Yeah. You look at their shit and like they follow like, I don't know, it's like fashion fools. They're like, me and A$AP Rocky got some shit. We're cooking up. I'm like, do you? They're like, yeah. Like, okay, I don't know.
We're cooking up so hard that I'm telling you about it right now. I mean, LA is like, there's a lot of disgusting shit swirling around and yeah, it's.
I love it though, and it's the fools who have the worst time who talk the most shit. Like I hate that how people are like, people in LA are so fake. It's like, it's like maybe that's your fault for having lame ass friends.
Yeah, but there's like, it's like people not the people who are from LA are like pretty much like anywhere else. They're normal people. It's the people that come here and try to do this like version of LA that it's like they binge watch Entourage or some show like that, and they come here and they're gonna do a version of that. But now it's like now it's like a social media version of, and they like recreate them. And like I'm all for reinventing yourself, et cetera, but it gets a little nasty. Right?
I fuck with how everyone tries to act rich here. It's sick.
Oh yeah.
Because in New York, everyone tries to act super broke. Yeah. And it's like gross. I love when everyone's trying to act super paid and like it's just so funny and it's more entertaining and you get nicer stuff
Yeah.
Like in New York, it's like, look how disgusting my fucking shitty
Totally.
apartment is. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
parents don't give me a goddamn dollar.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're the richest ones, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in LA, some broke fool will be like, look at my fantastic house, and it's rented for like 2 days on Airbnb.
Dude, are you
Way
kidding
better.
me? Dude,
Way better.
That's the exact. I think about that often because it is the people that are rich want to look disgusting, and the people that are broke want to look fucking rich.
Yeah.
Whereas like I got to a point where I was like, I don't want anything. Like I don't even want a nice car. I just like I want some things, but I don't want people to know.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm just gonna be very nondescript.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna cruise. Like, so you're gonna have to guess. You're gonna have to guess if I have money or not. Maybe I don't. Maybe I pissed all my money away at Erewhon.
Yeah.
Maybe I fucking
You
blew
love
it on
Erewhon.
crypto. I do love Erewhon.
You put me on, bro. So
Yeah.
good.
Erewhon's fire.
Yeah.
And I'm not shouting out Erewhon because it's a status thing. I'm shouting them out because they got the yam chips that no one else has, and they got the most beautifully fucking made food. Yes, it's 3 times the price it should be.
What else do they have that you like?
Fuck. I'm gonna take a virtual walk through the
Yeah,
aisles of
yeah.
Erewhon.
Let's go.
So I come in. I'm gonna go through the drink section, just
Yeah,
the drink
yeah.
section alone, from the kombuchas to the probiotic drinks.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for like a low calorie, low carb kind of thing because I'm incredibly fat, right? So. And so I'm cruising through, and then I get to the if you get to like the meats, they got the Aleppo chicken. It's a little pre-made chicken breast. You get that out, cut it out, put it in the stove. It's nice. Dude, you got the whole keto fucking thing with
Dude,
the
straight up.
snacks, the yam chips. Then there's the fucking I'll buy $30 Moon Juice almonds. Why?
Hell yeah.
Is it a flex? No, they're the crispiest, most delicious unsalted almonds you're gonna have in this country, in my opinion. I can't find a better almond.
Everybody tap in with our sponsor, Erewhon.
Erewhon,
Thank you for listening.
finally, thank you.
One of the best things about LA too is the proximity to other cities is the best part of it.
Oh,
like
yeah?
the Western United States just got so much going on. You live in New York, where are you going to go?
Right.
Philly, Baltimore,
Right.
Boston. It's kind of like different versions of the same layout.
It's
but
true.
here you got Tijuana, you got Vegas, there's so much shit I can't even
Have you
think
been over
of.
to TJ?
I love it out there. Yeah,
Did you go to any cool spots?
yeah. I went to a couple good restaurants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go to any cool clubs?
I went to a Chinese restaurant.
You went to China? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You went to, I love the food there.
Yeah.
It's a great restaurant.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, there's a I don't know. It's a cuisine that I won't talk about because I don't want to incriminate myself.
For sure.
But you know, you guys know where I'm talking about. Some of the best restaurants, some of the best nightlife spots, and also just some of the grimiest shit you're ever gonna see.
I was in the top floor of Hong Kong, and I saw Boy Boy West Coast,
Yeah.
the rapper from
No.
Santa Barbara,
No.
with like 5 or 6 strippers chilling. And like he looked at me, and I thought he was a fan. He pulls up, he was like, "Hey man, good to meet you." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I don't know, you just got a good vibe going." And I was like, "Yeah, boy, that's what's up." And he's like, "I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I have like some sleep problems, and I can only sleep in my own bed. So I gotta drive back to Santa Barbara, but I'll catch up with you, bro." Gaps
the
me up and just
fuck
leaves
outta
all
here.
the strippers and just mobs out. It's my boy.
I gotta sleep. Yeah, I have to drive. What is it? 8 hours back to Santa Barbara?
I
Holy
thought about
shit.
boy just crossing the border at like 2 a.m. and getting
Yeah.
home at 10 and being like, "Oh, my Casper mattress."
They just scan his eyebrows when he comes across the border. They're
Yeah.
you're good. He has an open pass.
Yeah, so shout out to him.
Dude, when did you see Boy?
I saw him in TJ like right in the middle of the second wave of COVID.
Oh wow.
So
Amazing.
maybe like mid-April. But I haven't been going down as much because I want to like try new places out. Like once I go somewhere once, I want to see like a lot
you
of
want to
different
see,
stuff.
you're a real fucking traveler type of dude.
But some of the towns are letdowns. Like
Right.
Mexicali, sort of boring.
Rosarito, you get down there?
Yeah, I wasn't really fucking with it too much.
Fuck.
I'm going to the OGZ like show next month though at Papa's and Beer to make a video.
It's in Papa's and Beer?
Yeah.
And you're gonna go down there and
Yeah,
shoot?
with OTX. It's gonna be funny.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh shit.
Because I'm gonna start interviewing rappers like super awkwardly because it just seems funny.
Right.
I'm like into that kind of music. So I'm going to Rolling Loud in 2 weeks or something.
No
I got
way.
the VIP pass.
No way.
Lee's coming.
Is he going?
Yeah. I got a. No, yeah, for sure. I want to get a hoverboard too.
What?
Just imagine interviewing on a hoverboard. I'll be 7 feet tall, mic pointed downwards.
When you say a hoverboard, do you
The
mean
ones that used to combust in the streets.
right, the little two-wheeler?
Yeah,
Oh,
like the 2-wheeler. Fools
you're
forgot
gonna,
like
you're
that.
gonna bring that shit back.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna cruise around on the hoverboard.
Yeah, with the Channel 5 spinners on it.
What happens if you bump into Nardwar?
I'm beat his ass.
Beef
Just
on
kidding.
sight.
Yeah.
You try to beat his ass, but he makes you cry with a childhood photo. He goes,
mean-
"Did you know?"
I want to
Who's
get.
this?
I want to get interviewed by him hella bad one day.
Yeah.
People would like it if my shit goes up. Then
Yeah.
it would be like interviewers interviewing interviewers.
Right.
Because I bet he'll say some. Because he's one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
And his research team, whatever intern he has working for him, You know?
You want to believe it's just him, right? But it's not.
No, I bet they're calling like Sheck West grandma and being like,
Yeah.
you know, what's his favorite childhood, you know, grocery store.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But because I think that also, if you think about it, the fact that he knows things blows people's minds because everyone's so fucking lazy. Like no one has any craft work in anything they do anymore. Because people just show up and go on Instagram and like become millionaires.
Yeah, they're like, we out here with fucking 2 chains.
This dude,
They don't want to research him.
no one does shit. Like this guy I know, this guy at the gym, right?
Yeah.
He's a realtor and he's telling me about a TikTok artist that he works with.
Yeah.
This TikTok artist pays $60,000 a month in rent. Okay. And he goes, why don't you buy a house? He's like, I don't want
60. Does he live in it with a house with like 18 other like enslaved TikTokers, or is it like
It didn't sound like it. It sounded like it was just his crib. It wasn't like one of those
a
like
solo
fucking,
house? Was it up in the hills or something?
Yeah, it's up in the fucking hills.
60 racks a month is not worth it for anything.
For
dude.
anything. What are you doing? Like, and he has 60 racks a month for like having a fucking bowl of noodle haircut and like biting his bottom lip. I'm pretty
Whoever
sure.
his financial advisor is getting paid up ass.
Dude, they're fucking milking that shit. And he's a
Yeah.
dumbass kid, so he doesn't know to like take that money and buy 20 houses. I don't know. Do anything.
You know Taylor Lorenz, the journalist from the New York Times?
No.
She writes like about a lot of like cutting edge shit about how these young like TikTok creators are getting exploited out the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no regulations
Right.
for output. So
Right.
you can sign a contract for TikTok that says you have to work 300 hours of something, like 100 hours a week, right? Because there's no union rules like there is for movies or
right.
music. So like TikTokers sign contracts that are like you're owned for life.
Right.
And if you don't work 15 hours a day, like we're gonna murder you.
Right.
Like it's there's actual like
It's
not
like
that
they have
bad,
to do
but-
the popcorn challenge for 16 hours a day, wherever the fuck they're doing.
Dude,
like,
within a mile of this house right now, I bet you there's like 32 TikTok kids
Yeah.
who are in like a dark basement.
It's
and
like a
their
Chinese
phones are
labor
in a
camp.
microwave
Yeah.
up in the thing, and their parents sign off. And like, where's my son? He's downstairs like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's like crying every time the fucking cameras are off.
damn, the dark side of TikTok. When's
The
that all
whole
gonna-
TikTok is the dark side.
Fuck. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Instagram?
It's going down because the median age is too high.
Really?
Yeah. Like Facebook. Everyone's grandma's
Yeah,
on Facebook.
that's-
Everyone's parents are going to be on Instagram.
So do we need to jump ship from Instagram as a
Yeah.
company and just go on to TikTok?
So
Or what's-
that's what I'm about to do.
But how do you navigate TikTok if it's all video?
It's better.
Yeah, but who can put video out every day? It's insane.
Hire somebody to do it. That's what I think I'm going to do.
Right.
Get some like 18-year-old kid
Hire
who
some
like
noodlehead to
knows
fucking-
how like child brains function
Right.
on the internet because their attention span is so small compared to
Yeah.
ours. Like,
I think it's crazy that America is just everything is like one of the biggest problems we have is everything keeps getting cuter, right?
Yeah.
Like as we're evolving, like our technology is evolving, but as people we're just getting more stupid, and everything just gets cuter and cuter and cuter, and like pretty soon we're just all just gonna be like I'm gonna be selling fucking shirts to people with like puppies and kittens animated, just like like doing little dances and shit.
that shit makes the most money. The dog Instagram is like almost as much bread as gamer Instagram or gamer Twitch.
Really?
That the gamers make more money than anybody.
Yeah, those gamers are fucking nuts.
Yeah, like the gamers who have crypto shit going on,
Yeah.
they got more money than I would ever even want. If I had that much money, dude, I'd be doing such dumb shit. I have the perfect. I want to have like around 6 figures forever.
Right. Yeah. That's
You
good.
know, I don't want to be one of those like $3 million ass Wagyu beef burger
Right. You don't want to, because that lifestyle
party bus ass. Okay, it sounds fun.
No, well,
Like
it's not
naming hella shit
sustainable.
that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's like
for
what you
sure.
said earlier, like the whole
Not
thing
trying
of
to-
like flexing your shit all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can never win, right? No matter what you rent, buy, or fucking lease or whatever the fuck, there's going to be another thing driving up next to you that's better. And you're like, well, I don't have that one.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't win that game.
Like if I had a Bugatti and I was like in traffic and I seen like a 2002 RV pull up next to me,
Yeah.
I would have like a burning sense of jealousy.
Right.
You know, I'd be
Dude.
like, damn, they're having more fun. I look like a fucking asshole right now. Everyone who thinks that I look cool sucks, and I'm having no fun. All my friends are like out of their mind. You know, that's like the fear is that when you get older and you get more money,
Yeah.
all your friends are just like tone deaf.
Right. What do you mean? Tone deaf's telling you that you're a kook?
No, if you don't keep your ear to the streets and you get older, I'm young.
yeah.
Like I don't want to be like 35, like $1 million, like only kicking it with other rich fools and just, like,
Who don't know what the
socialite.
fuck's up.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm gonna travel for most of the fall
right.
because like I got this new RV situation, and once Arizona and Nevada in the fall are sick when it's not so hot.
Yo, I think that whole thing that you're doing is like it's very unique, and it's also very like insulated, and like it's just like one compact unit that you just cruise around with.
Yeah.
It's just like a one-stop shop. You're fully vertical in that thing. And like you don't have to be a fucking asshole, right? Like you don't have to. I think that it's very tempting to be an asshole, but you don't have to. You can take that money, fucking, stock it away, put it into something, blow it all in crypto, right?
I got invited to a party at Gerard Butler's house recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, BT after party.
The poor man's Clive Owens.
Yeah, I just want to tell somebody.
I mean,
I didn't go,
that's
but I was, he was in 300.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I know Gerard Butler.
I could have been in there, but I didn't. You know
He
why?
said he was at 300.
Because I went to the Born and Raised event. Real shit.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, where would you have more fun? You want to look at Gerard Butler's abs, or do you want to fucking look at like cholos on acid? Make up your mind.
Both combined would be good.
Both would be really good. Yeah. So now you're an LA boy. You came in. You fucking
Somewhere between Gerard Butler and
somewhere. Yeah. I mean, that's standard LA shit right there. Like, yo, I'm going to party at Gerard Butler's house, right? Like,
yeah. You think Gerard Butler would let a bunch of fools into his house?
Hell no.
You think he's racist?
It's hard to say. He could be. He's Scottish,
Yeah, I
isn't
think
he?
he is. I don't know.
I feel like isn't
He's
he Scottish? I feel like he's Scottish, and I feel like if you're Scottish and racist, you sound so cool that I give you a pass.
Yeah. Like, all right, you're a Spartan. You've been through it.
Yeah. Like it's to say what you want because it's coming from a different
He's been
place.
fighting the Romans for fucking 6 years now.
Yeah, I feel like if you're racist from another country, it's like do your thing because
Yeah,
it's not
for
like
sure.
American racism. You know what I mean? Ours is like a different breed.
Ours is way more weird.
Yeah.
I'm hella confused.
Yeah,
It's my town, not yours. What's that from?
it's super darker. I know Fools Gone Wild was running that because
Yeah, they're having a party tonight.
yeah. They're having a battle of the Edgars, right?
Something like that.
So
It's in Orange County, so
Yeah.
it's definitely quality video material.
Yeah, I don't really go past the orange curtain too often. But are you gonna shoot down there? Or are you just gonna go have fun?
For sure.
Are you gonna shoot?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, I haven't been in one of them Fools Gone Wild events. Probably wild, huh?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what a meme page event is like.
Right.
It's like, imagine if like, I don't know, what's a big meme page? Yeah, what if it was a Grape Juice Boys party? What is that? People
because-
just yelling meme stuff out loud?
No.
Motherfuckers be like...
Well, no. But Fools Gone Wild is not a meme page because there's a whole culture behind it, and then there's also like little mystery.
You're right.
And they do songs.
It is a
and they
full
make their own
universe of
content.
characters and content.
It's a universe.
I'm not trying to talk down... Shout out to the homies at Fools Gone Wild.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't know what kind of crowd shows up. I'm looking forward to it. Is it...
It's fools. It's just fools. And like their shit is when we did the Dead City Punk show, when they were DJing, the DJ is playing like Fools Gone Wild drops.
Yeah.
Like he's
that song, I mean, the higher the socks, the downer the fool is a classic song.
Yeah. Like, and there's like they're dropping Fools Gone Wild like catchphrases. I can't remember them right now, but
Saca la bolsita.
exactly. They're just doing that shit and like
Look at it closely.
yeah, look at it close. I mean
Better than hitting the pookie, that's for sure.
Listen, I gotta say that some of that shit is so funny to me.
It's
that
the greatest of
It
all
touches
time.
me on a level where I'm like, it's funnier than any comedian has ever done. Like that dude in the gym, the look at it closely guy.
Yeah.
Like, I can watch that for the rest of my life.
I've been trying to track him down for 6 months. he works at the Vons in Van Nuys.
Get the fuck
and
out of
I
here.
found his Facebook, and it's all like cyber images of like the future, like flying cars. Every status is like, damn, wish we were in the future. But like the future looks cool. It's like hella rendered
No.
images of like cityscapes. Like he's got like a goldfish brain for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
shout out
for
to
sure.
him.
Shout out to that dude. Woo. So yeah, you're doing all the LA shit. I mean, I think that the beginning to your Bugatti lease is starting with you saying you don't want it, being low key, and then you're
I
gonna
want a convertible.
What are you gonna get? Because at this point you can do whatever you want. I'm sure you can.
I mean, as far as car leasing,
Nah, whatever. Like you're good.
yeah, I want to get just a convertible.
Like if you wanted to, right? You could rent anything, or you could leave. You could
How
buy
paid
any
do you
car.
think I am, Tone?
I know you got some cash.
Yeah.
I know
You can buy
I checked out. You know,
Yeah.
I checked out your numbers.
My net worth is on some website.
It is. Let's
My
look it
grandma
up right
texted me. She said, "Are you really worth that much money?" It's not how my grandma sounds, but you know.
Is it legit?
sounds like
Let me
this.
check out your net worth. I can tell. I know you got chips because I know how YouTube works. Because you know how I know.
YouTube money's bad.
What do you mean it's bad?
All my shit's demonetized. They're feds.
Why?
They're feds
Why are they demonetizing you?
for medical misinformation and people screaming.
Callaghan with a G?
Yeah,
Net worth. Well, that's not a lot.
the G is silent in my name.
Callahan. So you're Irish and Italian.
What?
Well, I just fished me to some fucking bullshit page.
You see me. You see me, Tone.
Damn, fool.
Loose change. Shit don't mean shit. Just don't mean shit to me, man.
It says here in 2020 you had $250,000, which seems low to me. Hold on. Let me get a look at this. Net worth updated September 2020. So a mil. So look, you got. I'm guessing that you have like just sparkling credit because you're Caucasian, and and I feel like you could basically get into any car that you wanted to. Right? Did you ever move from? You were in K-Town, right?
I'm still there.
Were you gonna move around this area?
I thought about it, dude, and then I was like, you know what? Nah.
No, you're gonna keep it in the fucking mud, right? You want to see?
Yeah. I don't want to like I said, I don't want to start getting used to stuff that I don't really like that much.
That's smart,
I toured the house and I was like, this is so beautiful, and then I was like, but I don't really fuck with this.
right?
It was gonna be $12,000 a month between 3 people, like $4,000 just for me a month.
It's not bad. It's not too bad.
For what though? You know, just
Right.
to live next to Griffith Park.
What were the amenities?
Yeah. No,
What are the amenities? What
Yeah.
are the amenities? What are the amenities that you would get in that spot? Right? You get a yard. You get a pool.
Mini golf, little course.
Really? There's a mini golf course?
No, I would build it. I would install it.
Was there a pool?
Yeah, there was a pool. It
was
was
a
an infinity pool that was a hot tub that became a pool. But that's, bro, imagine what I would become if I did that in the morning.
You got to keep it.
I would act different.
You would act
If
different.
I wake up and where I have a bathrobe and stuff.
Do you think you get lazy? You wouldn't want to travel?
Hell yeah, I would get lazy. Ordering Uber Eats every morning from Denny's. Denny's stacking up the door, getting out of the infinity pool in my Playboy robe, like,
Yeah.
no tip for you.
Right.
And just grubbing out. Corny.
Yeah, that's corny.
Corny.
But let me ask you this: you're doing all this work. Do you ever hit the wall where you need to do that?
Yeah,
Right.
I go to a cool ass town. So let me back that up. I don't go to cool ass. I go to like different cities and just like get Airbnbs and
For a break.
Eat good.
For a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe I would go to Palm Springs or something like
Okay.
that.
For how long?
3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days, and then you're recharged.
Yeah. For
How old are you?
24.
Yeah, you're fine. So now you're an LA guy. You're at Gerard Butler's house. You're just like,
I'm at Gerard Butler's BT after party.
Yep. Why is Gerard Butler? Wait, hold the fucking door. Why is Gerard Butler having a BET after party? We're talking about Gerard Butler. What does he have to do with BET?
A lot.
Like what? Gerard Butler's doing an
Behind the
R&B
scenes,
album?
behind the scenes shit.
Behind the scenes.
Wildin' Out,
Wildin'
the
Out.
rap battle show.
Oh,
Gerard
okay.
Butler's one of the people involved with that.
Wait, we're talking about Gerard Butler.
Yeah, for sure.
What's he have to do with BET?
Just a lot, bro. Yeah.
I don't see it.
He makes moves in silence.
He does.
Yeah. It was a big weekend.
Okay.
He was having a party.
Oh, it was for the they had an award show, right?
Yeah.
Where what's his face? I just see snippets of things. Like I don't watch anything anymore. And all I know about the BET Awards is that dude hollered at Saweetie. Right? You see that clip? What's his name?
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
White boy summer shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
He tried to pop off on Sweetie. She said
He tried
him,
to holler? Like he was like,
he stopped her interview and like
Miss.
rolled up on her and was like, "What's up?"
oh, did she curve him?
Well, no, she said to him, she goes, he grabs her hand, and he's like, I'm Jack Harlow, and she goes, I know. And he goes, da 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 da, and she goes, why is your hand shaking? And he goes, my hand's definitely not shaking. And he looks in the camera and like puts her other hand on top of her, and she's like, it was a moment.
That's not that smooth.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe his hand was shaking and he regained control. He was definitely on some like,
I'm saying the pickup artist, what would they advise there?
Okay, here's
if she
the thing.
said that, would you go? It wouldn't say no, it's not. Would you say because you're so beautiful? That's
because
bad.
they're fucking nerds. But the
Shake
thing,
it. What do you mean?
The thing I love about the pickup artists is that you had the Hoff twins there, right?
Shout out to the homies.
And they're just like, there's like they're like, the guy's like, I made out with 20 chicks today, and the Hoff twins like, we be nutting in bitches' faces and fucking their bank accounts up.
Yeah.
And it's just like such a wild, because being a pickup artist and like having game in certain communities is just like part of the deal. You don't have to go to school for it. You're just like, that's the only way you're gonna get fucking
And I
laid.
think that's the big problem with pickup artists and their school of thought in general is it's like they assume that attraction is scientific. I mean, it is
Right.
to a certain degree. You can say that, oh, people are attracted to people, but like, I don't know. It's if you have swag or not. You know what I mean? And that goes for women too. It's not like every dude wants to holler at every girl. Like,
Right.
there's different levels of just whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that like from a self-help perspective, I don't
Yeah.
think that the pickup artist sessions are helping those guys.
No.
I think it's making them worse off.
Yeah.
Because like it's setting the expectation so high.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make them count makeouts and do all this shit. Like you're
Yeah.
fucking their brains up because they're already on like kind of on the spectrum, if you ask me. A lot of them
Big
are.
time.
And you got some dude pulling up who lives in a 1-bedroom apartment on Sunset Boulevard. He's 55 years old, and you're paying him fucking, $900 to be like, you know what I mean? Make comments about your take on their outfit. You know, what the fuck? You could have just looked that up. And now they're going home with this stupid ass game, and they're just probably terrorizing the clubs around here.
Terrorizing the clubs. And the thing is, they're not learning to even interact. They're learning how to trick people into fucking them.
Yeah.
And what do you get out of that? So the goal is to fuck a lot of people. Like, what the fuck do you get from that? Like, you're either a quality person who knows how to get himself
right,
or
but
herself.
they're getting manipulated by someone who knows what that's like. So it's like these guys are probably haven't had too many positive experiences with different partners, whatever. They don't know how much it sucks to wake up with someone random. Right. So in their mind, they're like, in their mind, they're like, that's some baller ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a bad bitch at the club. In reality, it's like a terrible feeling. Typically,
it's very empty.
Unless you're 17 or 18 years old and you're just on some kids, teenager bullshit.
Right.
But for those guys, they're 24, probably still virgins. That's fucking scary as shit. Because you're thinking as the years pass, it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be 30 and be a virgin. So you find a guy online who's like, it's a science. Give me some money.
Right. Incels. They need some fucking hope.
Well, I feel like incels are different.
Okay.
Because incels are they get hateful and stuff.
Right.
Like the incel school of thought is we're incels because women are horrible.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Whereas the pickup artists are like, women are amazing. We just must learn to attract them.
Right.
It's all dark as fuck.
Have you gone into the incel community with your show?
I'm not even trying to.
You don't want to fuck with them?
No, they scare the fuck out of me because those are the fools who will dox you and swat your house. It's super connected to the cutty 4chan.
Yeah, they will
shit.
fuck with you, right?
I don't want to fuck with incels.
Yeah.
It also just creeps me out in general. That Santa Barbara shooting, that fool was an incel message, 8chan guy.
Yeah.
He said he was going to do it on 4chan before he did it.
Oh, really?
LA Roger, yeah.
Did you watch the documentary on the whole 4chan thing that was on, I think it was on HBO, where it shows
you talking about QAnon?
QAnon, sorry.
Yeah.
But it goes into 4chan, the guy in the wheelchair, 8chan.
Yeah.
You watch that? Mm-hmm. And it's and the one dude is definitely Q, right? The
Ron Watkins' son.
Yeah, the son. And he's just he's like this smirky dude. He's like, I don't know who Q is. You know what I mean? And he's got a punching post.
Yeah.
It's the heights of.
Yeah, I mean, and people should really watch that and think damn, if one guy could do this, manipulate probably 50 to 60 million Americans. That's probably the Q numbers.
Yeah.
With just basic social media bullshitting, low effort.
Yeah.
Imagine what a truly large scale psyop could look like. Well, it's in the works right now. They're trying to divide us hard.
I think we're already
news plus
cooked.
social media algorithms. We're already just splintering.
We're so cooked. Anyone that's on the side of anything is cooked.
Everyone's like, "What have you learned from your travels?" I'm like, "Damn, it's it's about to be over.
It's over." That's what. Yeah. It's a wrap. And if there is anything more. Because we're so inundated with stuff to look at, and if there's any if people are I wish there was a sign that things are falling apart. Guess what? There's a swirling vortex of fire in the middle of the ocean right now, right? There's
the Suez Canal was blocked.
Yeah, there couldn't be any clearer that things are kind of as a younger person, I wondered, do you look at this? Because I look at this, I'm significantly older than you, and I look at shit and I'm like, I think it's kind of a wrap. I think civilization is maybe sliding right now.
And what's fucked is I feel like I don't even mind.
Right. Yeah.
Because
what are you going to do?
I'm not no, we're losing it.
Yeah.
It's losing what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. I mean, I think the biggest thing of all is environmentally.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
All the socio shit going on, because everything's so fucking corrupt, and the way that because we're all being psyoped constantly by everyone, from the hostess company to the fucking president to Kmart, we're constantly being fucked with, right?
Yeah.
So there's all that shit, but while that's going on, the Earth is actually dissolving. There's a fire in the ocean. I'm looking at Instagram, there's this ring of fire in the ocean, It's not. It doesn't get any more fucked than that.
September with the fires is going to be crazy, dude.
Yeah,
California is going to be the whole shit.
Lit.
Yeah,
lit. It's going to be lit. Yeah, my dad lost everything in the last one.
In L.A.
No, he was in the Santa Cruz. He's fucking just.
Damn, sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah. Insurance cover it, or is just?
Nah, I don't think he had the insurance sorted on that. So, yeah, but he's all right.
Where's he at now?
He's still there. He's over there. They're figuring it out. They got
You're from the west side, right?
Yeah, I'm from Venice.
So why is he up there?
He just moved up there.
He likes it up there?
Yeah, he's just
That's cool.
It's one of those things. He started doing yoga and fucking.
There's a whole
This whole thing going
I was in downtown Santa Cruz, and every magazine was surfing themed.
Oh, yeah.
They love it out there.
It's a different lifestyle, man.
They're obvious, dude. Their loss prevention is nuts. Have you been to any of the Safeways out there?
No.
They have a metal detector at the Safeway.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a big boosting thing going on?
Gotta be.
Dude, the law. I thought, isn't pretty much like, hasn't law been suspended? You know more than I have, but hasn't general law, like.
It's because the police are salty.
Yes. That's what I'm
It's
talking
not
about.
because they've been defunded. It's
No.
The cops are
They're
so
pissed off.
I was in Seattle recently, dude, and I rented a Mustang from the airport. Just on some like fuck the world shit, and I had it parked downtown, and my windows got busted out. So I called 911. I was like, I need to file a report to get the money back from Enterprise or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, the dispatcher was like, yeah, so like they defunded us and everything, so I can try to have someone there, but you're probably better off just making a complaint online. And I was like, bro, that is not even true. Y'all are saying that to me because you want to make public sentiment pro-cop again.
Yes.
And it's crazy because the psychology of cops is now like, I don't even want to help you.
Yeah.
Because I want to make a point about like how needed we are.
Yeah. No,
So-
they don't do shit anymore. And like, if you're doing, I think you have to shoot someone in the face for them to take notice. Anything below that, like graffiti, petty crime, assault, robbery, they're like, no, well.
I think in the coastal cities and liberal cities, law is kind of less.
Yeah.
But it's the reverse effect. It's like boomeranging across the country. All the red states, it's on.
Oh, really?
They're prosecuting everything.
Oh, really?
Florida, South Dakota, fucking Arizona.
Yeah.
So many different states, dude.
They're like clamping
Wyoming,
down.
Montana, like they're grilling you for whatever.
Fuck.
They're cooking people at small protests and giving them like $10,000 bonds and giving them disrupting the peace shit and just putting them through the system for like 6 to 9 months.
Dude, we're so.
Florida especially, they're on your ass. Especially after Miami Beach, how it's been so fucking cracking because of all like the stimulus flights, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Miami Beach has been nuts, dude.
the
Every
stimmy
weekend.
action? Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a hood function like every day.
Yeah.
From like a different region every weekend.
Well, everything's shut down. And one of the guys I work with is part-time in Miami. He's like, yo, it's still going. Like everyone from New York and LA is here.
Yeah.
Like everyone that couldn't go out.
It'll be like Indianapolis is in the building. You know what I mean? Just like setting shit on fire.
It's like no concern.
Not setting shit on fire, but just like Miami's like fun. I hate South Beach. Not gonna lie.
Right.
But it was pretty cracking. And then
I've never been.
The neighbors are just fucking really causing a fuss.
Fuck.
Because South Beach is like the whitest part. The Miami Beach is the whitest zip code in South Florida.
Right.
So like they're on the ass. Like they're having protests. You see that video I made? This white guy had the no twerking sign.
No.
He was with his son. It was like a Miami Beach like city guy.
Yeah.
He was like a local resident.
Yeah.
And he had
No
the sign. It
twerking.
was a woman twerking with an X on it. He
That's
was by
amazing.
himself on Ocean Drive. You know what I mean? Like, stop the madness.
It's just like basically an assault against black culture.
Literally,
like no
dude.
twerking.
That's some shit.
Fuck. We're so, as a country, we're so fucked and divided. And like, you know, the left too. The left has been manipulating us so much to where like we all are like put in these two different camps of believing these things so fervently that like it's so fucking retarded
It's all
that you know, like it's just chaos, right? And there's no like, I don't think there is any discernible way out of it, right? Like it's just kind of like it has to implode.
conversation, I suppose.
Yeah, but people are too stupid to have a fucking conversation, like without fucking catching on fire and like you know, being shut down. All right, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
13.
Oh,
Cal Anderson Park, Seattle.
13.
4
You could-
p.m.
you
Shout out
could-
to Matty Munoz. You're watching.
You could bust a nut at 13?
I was on the bus, okay?
Okay.
I'm talking about porn with this girl. She's a year older than me.
Okay.
She's talking about porn. I'm 13, so naturally, I love porn. 13.
Right.
She's like, I watch this much porn, and I'm trying to play it cool.
How old is
so
she?
I'm like, she's 14, I'm 13.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I watch a little bit of porn, but you know, just to practice for real life because you know,
Yeah.
I'm 13. I have like braces. I'm like, I just like have, I'm like just like so on. It's more like instructional. So she's like, oh yeah, let's do it right now. One thing led to another. That was crazy. And I got to school on Monday, and everybody knew.
Oh yeah, let's
It was
do it
fun.
right now. You knew
And-
her before you got on the bus.
Oh, she was the homie.
Oh, she's
still the homie.
She's still the homie.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I talk to her all the time.
She blew your back out on the bus.
No, dude, we got off the bus.
Oh, you got off the bus.
She was tight. And it was
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Okay, well, 13, that's a young age to be deflowered, right?
I mean,
And-
it was cool, dude.
And then from there, did you have did you have gaps in your sexual history?
Yeah, probably like a 3-year gap.
Yes, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You get that first one off, and then you're in a wasteland for a minute, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, when's the next one going to happen? When am I going to fuck again, right?
Yeah.
And also at that time in your life as a young man, you're so fucking full of hormones that like, I remember being at that age and being so horny that I'd just be like just wishing something would happen, just walking down the street constantly. I mean, maybe I'm still like that sometimes, but not anymore. I have a girlfriend, so I definitely.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Moving on.
You know that. Never mind. I'll tell you later. So you lost your virginity at 13.
Yeah.
Then you didn't have sex for 12 years.
12 years.
No.
I'm 24 now. No, it was a couple years.
Couple years, and then did you have a girlfriend after that?
No, I didn't really ever like date anybody in high school.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I was just like, I was like rapping and just like getting wasted. In Seattle, we had those things called Spodies I told you about.
Spodies.
So like Seattle's got a bunch of public parks, right?
Right.
Like hundreds. And there's very like low like police presence. So every Friday we would go to Safeway. Somebody would steal like 6 or 7 half gallons of like shitty liquor, tequila, vodka.
Yeah.
And then somebody would buy a bunch of like jungle juice, like Pog or some shit like that. Someone would buy get a fucking garbage bin or a cooler and dump all the half gallons in, dump all the juice in,
Jungle
and then you would
juice.
sell cups
Yeah.
to other high school students and shit.
Right.
So the homie Jeffrey was like the top Spodie master.
Right.
And so that was the scene, and it was like no one involved in the Spodie shit had like a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Right. It was just free for all.
wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just cipher and have sex occasionally.
Shit, not me. I was not.
You were not.
In high school, I was like all about rapping.
Yeah. Did you have a group?
Yeah. I had a rap group in 9th grade called Self Evident.
Okay.
It's me and my homie Leandre.
Were you guys scientific with it?
We were on some lyrical like miracle. This is like right before like fucking like Gucci Mane hit.
Yeah.
And like that sort of shit took over. This is when like I'm trying to think who was top of the game. This was like when Jay-Z made like Death to Autotune.
Yep.
And so I was one of those people who was like, yeah, fuck Autotune.
Yeah.
So I would be like, I'm
You had a
lyrical,
militant, knowledge-based
I'm a lyrical
mindset.
mind freak taking off like a plane.
Yeah.
Better yet, a rocket ship.
Yep.
Or like a helicopter. We out of here, bitch. I'm flyer than a pelican.
Okay. Well, that's...
You know what I mean? And I was
okay.
like, they're going to feel this one.
Yeah.
And they felt it. Leandre, my homie, was really the smartest kid I ever met in my life.
Where's he at now?
He's homeless in Seattle.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
you know, he was like, this dude spoke, he's from the Congo.
Okay.
So he spoke like French and like Swedish and English and Spanish. He was like a genius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He took a bunch of acid and just like fucked him up too much.
Yeah.
I think for really smart minds, acid is bad.
Yeah. I know a lot of people never came back from the acid shit.
I think the dumber
From
you are, the better
hallucinogens.
acid will go for you.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
Case in point.
already, you know, fucking all cylinders firing,
Yeah.
you dose yourself,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
You might go too far into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I used to work with this African dude, Eddie Bauer, this dude, Henry.
That's awesome. It's an awesome sentence.
Yeah. And I remember he was just like one of them dudes who came here and he's like, I am actually a doctor. You know, like just shit like that where you're like, you're working with a dude who's like highly educated, speaks 3 languages, cultured, and in America, he's fucking working with my dumb ass and Eddie Bauer. You know what I mean?
Eddie Bauer shit's dope.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't rappers used to rock Eddie Bauer?
Yeah, there was a whole Eddie Bauer thing. Like they had the Eddie Bauer Explorer edition.
Yeah.
Like when this is like late 90s, right? Like they had the full Eddie Bauer nubuck fucking boots top to bottom. Like it was a thing. It was a real thing.
My aunt works for Eddie Bauer. She lives in Missouri. So every Christmas since I was a little kid, she sends like these giant bags of like random camping supplies.
Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to Aunt Julie. Aunt Julie,
what's
she's hella
good?
into like Native American shit. So she did this thing where she did 100 cuts on her arm, shaving off like flesh inside of a fucking sweat lodge, put it into like a fucking fire, did peyote and like inhaled her own like skin fumes and was like geeking and like she was telling me about it. And I was like, damn. Shout out
Aunt
to
Jody's tripping.
Aunt Julie.
Aunt Julie's
she
on
has
some
this
shit.
sick ass husband named Tom who's like a bluegrass OG from Springfield, Missouri.
Whoa.
They're my cutty like hippie family side.
Right.
They're the only ones.
Right.
But they hate Trump and shit. I always go on their Facebook. They're still talking about him.
Still talking about him.
Yeah. They're
He's
like,
sick.
that orange bastard.
Yeah.
That was an obsession from like many people for so long. Hating on Trump or being a Trump supporter was like the 2 biggest money plays for like 4 years.
Well, they're still
So fucked.
His people are still holding out too. They're like, not
only his people, but the if you think all of comedy just adapted. Like
Right.
what Jon Stewart used to do, SNL started doing. Like I watched this video about like how Jon Stewart like fucked up the comedic landscape
Right.
because like SNL was never political.
Right.
They didn't make fun of Bush.
They didn't?
No, dude, that was all like Jon Stewart shit. And now like every late night host, like Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, SNL, is all just like Trump was like their bag for like 4 years.
Yeah,
it was just like everything that he said that was dumb was like a bag to them. And it created this like fucking brutal shit where it was like dumbass president, reactionary comedic television universe every single day. You got to deal with both at the same time. It politicized comedy forever. Now you can't say shit. Not saying that's bad, but like you can never make a South Park again.
What do you mean? Oh, you can't do that again. Why? You can't be political anymore?
No, the fusion of comedy and politics over the past 4 years made it so that like anything that's relatively like offensive or cutting edge is like right wing.
Oh, huh.
And it's fucked up how that happened, but it happened though.
So even if it's going, but even if it's parodying right wing shit, it still
that's
is?
the only way that you can do cutting edge comedy. Is like
okay, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
But like you can't think about South Park, right?
Right.
Like, those guys are not right wing,
right?
But if it came out now, it'd be perceived that way.
100%.
Because
all the shit they've done. Yeah, 100%.
Everything, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and you know.
Well, that's the thing. It's got to swing back because everything's been neutered and like sanitized. And I understand what you're saying. And everything's been neutered and sanitized. And it's like, well, it's got to go back, right? Like it can't. It's just what's funny, right? Like comedy, like certain things shouldn't be fucked with. Yeah, and there are certain things that aren't fucked with. Like you can't cancel any fucking rapper. Yeah, it's all front and center, right?
Well, it depends what for. I mean, if it's for doing shit, that's one thing. But for saying shit, like when I see people like when they tried to cancel fucking Sada Baby for being like homophobic or something, I was like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like people just go in and it is what it is, dude. I don't really have a problem with it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just have a problem with like this is a politicization of everything. Everything was political because during COVID, if you were like kicking it, that was like some right wing shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? For a few months, it was like, oh, you're kicking it? Like, oh, you don't trust our scientific institutions? You are like Trump.
Right.
You know, and so like people were scared. Like I remember you'd be out in public with someone and nobody wanted to flick up.
Yeah.
Because if you were seen with people without a mask or with anything, you know, and I don't know, maybe it was a good thing. Maybe like the fear of that like helped spread it or help stop spreading it or something.
It's a weird time, man.
I see both angles of it.
Yeah.
But the Delta variant shit's actually freaking me the fuck out.
Oh no.
Because, you know.
Oh no.
It actually seems real as fuck.
No, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, because it targets young people and it's a respiratory thing.
Yeah.
That's the scariest shit you could think of.
Well, isn't that what COVID was?
No, because during COVID, it was like you knew that if you were young, you couldn't really die from it.
Yeah.
So like anyone below 25 was just like, or anyone fucking below 50 was like, oh, we can just go out. Now with the Delta shit, it's like, oh, it attacks young people the same. And it's not just you lose your smell and your taste. It attacks your lung and respiratory system quickly.
Right.
And it literally evolved because we were outside when we weren't supposed to be. Like that's what it's from.
Do you think the vax, are you educated on this whole thing with the Delta strain? Because we were at an event last night, you know, and I hope the vax holds up. I don't know.
They're saying this, and I just have a bad feeling about it.
You have a bad feeling about it?
Yeah, I definitely do.
I mean, I trust your temperature on things because you're a man who's like traveled around and you've been watching. You know, you've been on the ground floor of all this shit.
Yeah,
like
like I never responded to COVID fear like during the later stages of it. Yeah, I could tell when it was manufactured.
Yeah,
but right now, like even like left wing media, because it's all controlled by like the Democratic Party. Everyone knows that. When they were like making these fear plays during the pandemic, where they were like, spike here, spike there, go inside.
Yeah.
And like that gives more money to like all the manufacturers like Amazon and shit.
Yeah.
Now, like they're not even talking about it because the economy and advertising has already shifted to like pandemic's over.
Yeah.
Go back to life.
Yeah,
look at all the billboards and like look at the way people are talking about it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that sucked. Like, remember that? Ha ha ha. Buy this, buy that, go out, do this, do that. They don't want to report on the Delta variant because a new closure would destroy the country like 10 times worse.
It's fucked.
Because everyone's been rehired. They can't close. That's why you're not hearing about it like that.
They can't close.
So it's not a left wing versus right media thing now. It's literally just like people don't want to I don't even want to think about closing again.
Well, I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
I was fucking paranoid as fuck, right? I did all the shit.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't fucking with this. I ain't going to your thing. I'm good, right?
My thing.
Yeah, I would remember you're like, let's go to the podcast. Like,
oh, okay. I was like, I wasn't having parties.
No, not your thing.
Cut
no,
that.
you would never. And then I got vaxxed, and when I got vaxxed, I was like, you know what? Now, like they're talking about new variant. I'm like, I don't fucking care anymore. Like, because I'm not going back underground. I'm not doing it. And it's like, you know, I'm not on some right wing shit by any means, but like I'll mask up and stuff. But like I can't do another year of that shit. Like I did it. It's fine. But like
if a pandemic were to happen again, we would not lock down again.
Right.
Like,
So
that's
what's
a one and done kind of thing. It's like 9/11.
Right. There
Like-
is no more lockdown, right? It ain't gonna happen.
Like,
You
when
said-
9/11 happened, we made TSA. Whether or not it protects us, we don't know.
We don't
but it's
know.
like that measure was like, all right, stop worrying about it.
Right.
Like, if a pandemic happens again, maybe people will mask up. In 5 years, there's going to be like a swine flu type thing where people are like, oh, yep, the new pandemic. Maybe even like right around the 2024 election,
yeah.
there's going to be a new fake.
A new
bug.
fake one?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and no one's going to respond to this until like you literally see people like collapse in front of you and have their lungs explode, right? Because it wasn't scary enough. I thought Italy scared the shit out of me when that Italy shit. I was like, okay, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
That was scary. But like people are just like, people will not respond until like I'm talking to someone and his eyes fall out.
Bro, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
So I talked to the leader of the Oath Keeper militia group, Stuart Rhodes,
Yeah.
the day before the Capitol riot.
Yeah.
And the investigation showed that they actually like were the ones on the front lines.
Yeah.
And so I called him. I was like, let's get an interview in before tomorrow. And he was like, all right, I'm down. I was like, I can't come to DC for the 6th because I have COVID. And this dude is like, yeah, man, like one of my best friends like actually died from COVID. And I was like, hold on, this right-wing dude's admitting that? And he goes, yeah, like they had him in the hospital, like hooked up to the ventilator and he died. And I'm thinking, I was like, damn, that's sad. And he goes, yeah, they must have put something in that ventilator. And I was like,
Yep. The poison's in the ventilator.
yeah. And then Stuart goes, it's going to go down tomorrow at the Capitol. And I was like, what's going to happen? And he was like, I don't know, but I hope those cops just start shooting at us so we can fucking set this thing off.
Holy shit.
And I remember that phone call. I was like, no way. Go to sleep, wake up, try his phone, number's gone. Well, yeah.
What did they get him?
Stuart Rhodes?
Yeah, I don't know.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
None of the leaders were at the 6th.
Right.
They played them all
They fucking
for
played
cloud
them all.
and Capitol.
Cloud chasers. Everyone's chasing cloud on some level.
Everyone live streamed the whole time.
Yeah, it's crazy. What a fucking shit show. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool country. Pretty cool podcast.
Cool country.
Cool country. It's cool country.
Remember back in the day when Bush got elected and everyone was like, I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like all this
I was like,
I'm going
this
to
is
Canada.
the worst thing ever. This
Like,
is this.
what?
I would pray for Bush to come back. I want to go back to Bush. I wish Bush.
R.I.P. Donald Rumsfeld.
Right. Bring all that. Bring all those. I mean, at
Bring
least
all
like,
those fools back, bro.
At least they're smart. Like they're evil bastards, but at least they're smart. We got now. It's just like we're in the middle of fucking idiocracy. It's a wrap.
That
Like,
fool Cheney was like a real comic book villain.
yeah, straight up. Like, dude, these fools are like mass murdering psychos who are just like, just churning people in a meat grinder for profit, right? And
Just like, yeah.
now we got a dude who's like fucking gonna slang golf balls for the rest of his life, you know?
Joe Biden?
No, Sleepy Joe's he's chilling. He's doing his
He's
thing.
about to die.
Yeah, he's fucking.
He's brain dead.
And then Kamala Harris comes in.
And then we have a new world order.
New World Order, yeah.
And
It's
we
all
have to
part
wear
of the deal.
masks.
Yeah.
To wear gas masks outside.
Gas mask, yep. Fishbowl heads.
Everyone gets a PO.
Yep. Bright
Right, yo.
future. Good times. We do it?
Y'all,
You can
coming
chop
to
up
you
that
live.
last part was a little sluggish. Yeah, you can chop that up.
Chop that up.
Do we have a solid 56 minutes? Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to the world?
Dude, I should have asked you more questions. I'm so burnt now.
No, it's good, money.
I got the virginity story.
I can't believe I told the virginity story.
It's pretty good.
Did I sound weird? I never talked about it.
No, that's cool.
I did a good job. I never tell any stories like that.
That's good.
Well, make sure it doesn't sound weird or something.
Make sure it does.
You know what I mean? Like, make sure I don't look horny. You know what I mean? Like,
You're
Like,
on the bus being like, I don't want
that'd
porn for
be
practice.
like my nightmare. If, like, if the video I was like, all right, so look.
No, look, it's pretty legit.
No, because like, dude, she's like, I wasn't about to tell her that I watched porn and was a virgin. I had to
Right.
say that I watched porn because like I need it.
Yeah. For your stroke practice. You're just like looking at game. You're like,
It's like if you're watching a boxing video,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't want to be like, I'm a big fan of the boxer. You're like, oh, I'm watching this because, you know, I always beat fools up. So,
Exactly.
you know, like, I like to get my moves down.
yeah, understood. You played it perfectly, and it got you de-virginized. So there you go.
Yeah.
I think it's a generational thing too.
When
I
did
think-
you do the thing?
I want to say 14 or 15.
Venice
And-
Beach Boardwalk?
No, but close to.
Yeah.
And I remember and the girl that I lost my virginity to, I don't know if she knew, because, you know, I didn't want to appear to like not know what I was doing. And it was a very funky situation where I was like, you know, I kept going over there with condoms, and every time I would try to, because I was so scared by the school programs and DARE. I was not DARE. I wasn't scared of drugs, but I was scared of fucking AIDS. So
Yeah,
I
you that was a time.
was terrified of AIDS.
Yeah.
When like I didn't
AIDS is fucking scary.
Yeah, it was scary. And then like, 20 years later, my doctor's like, because I was coming in and being like, oh, I fucked someone without a condom. He's like, listen, are you an intravenous drug user or are you having anal sex? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing either one of those things. He's like, you're fine. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, you're fine.